upend the ancient sea and return to...
Heave ho! Heave ho! Pom-Pom's been cleaning up this whole... What? Huh? What does the letter say? It looks like an invitation.
Unlikely. If the...
Why don't you show Dan Hong the letter?
What is it? There's no signature. And it doesn't mention a time or place. Unfortunately, I'm going to disappoint them. Thanks, but I don't even know where to start. Let me hold on to the letter. Anything related to Dan Feng's past should be... Just as I thought, there was more than met the eye. Letting her leave first was a wise choice. But if he didn't send the letter, then who did? Maybe I should make a trip to the seat of Divine Foresight. I need to ask Jing Yuan about the Stellaron Hunters.
After all this time away from the Luofu, the seat of Divine Foresight has only become more hostile. Relax. You needn't be so cautious, young man. I'm just However, I never thought Jing Yuan would send you to accompany me. It would seem...
Huh?
I've got my work cut out for me today. Well, if it isn't Dan Hong.
Greetings. I need to speak to the general.
Looking for compensation for the injuries I gave you? I accept full responsibility.
The Cloud Knights were doing their duty. I'm here to ask the General about the Stellar...
You came at a bad time. The General is busy with urgent work. You probably won't be able to meet with him today. But he did leave a message. Dan Hong, do you recognize the...
I can't say that I know her, but she does look a little familiar.
You don't remember her? I see. I suppose the memory of that is Jing Liu, the previous sword champion of the Xianzhou Luofu. She was the closest friend of Imbibitor Lune, your previous incarnation. She was also the general's master. According to records of wars past, her blade has slain countless denizens of abundance. Not even the feather guards of the Wing Weaver, the father wolf of the Borazon, or the gigantic mecha beast could withstand a single strike from her. She's a renowned legend. However, those are ancient stories. It's a shame that even a hero like her wasn't able to break free of Mara. It is said that in the end, Jing Liu lost her sanity and slaughtered anyone in sight. With her powers, you'd think there would be no one capable of bringing her in. For some reason, she arrived on the Luofu. Her surrender came with one condition: that she be allowed a day of freedom before the trial. She wanted to travel to Scale Gorge Waterscape and meet with her old friends one last time. I can't believe Jing Yuan actually agreed. Before he left, he ordered us to accompany Jing Liu during her last day on the Luofu. We're hosting
Imbibitor Lune, since you traveled all this way, why don't you come and... Or should I call you by your name in this, like... When I left the Xianzhou, I heard they took away your scales and horns, forced you into a hat. I thought Imbibitor Lune had been wiped from this world. But then I returned to the Luofu and watched as you parted the sea. After all these...
I recognize you. The memories of my past life are like shattered glass.
I can't remember. The words of every person who hopes to escape the Vidyadhara rebirth normally erases all memory of the If my guess is...
So?
I have no intent. I returned to the Luofu. I did, however...
So?
The sea's depths conceal no stone, and dragons' breaths reveal the moon. But as a suspect, shouldn't I be bound and interrogated in the shackling prison? Is it really appropriate to bring me to a place like this, General?
Holding you in the shackling... the Stellaron's descent. The Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection. The Destruction Emanator's impersonation of the Amicassator. According to the Skyfaring Commission's investigations, you arrived on the Law Fu with a group of merchants, but didn't make a single trade during your stay. Your departure, you took advantage of the chaos to sneak into the shackling prison, but seemingly took no course of action. Now you claim that you are responsible for the Stellaron crisis and wish to surrender. Your behavior truly is puzzling. I can't seem to piece together your motive.
I was asked to deliver a token in my capacity as a traveling merchant. I knew nothing of its significance. I admit I did have my own agenda for entering the shackling prison, but in the end, I found that the Law Fu did not possess what I was looking for. It is through fear of punishment that I am choosing to surrender. The galaxy is a vast place, but I am merely a wanderer. It would be silly of me to think that I could outrun the Alliance.
Merely a wanderer? You're too modest, Lotcha. Do I need to remind you of your actions at the Eternity Fortress and the Shroud Veil Star Zone? Or must I utter that tongue twister of a name?
Well, they don't call you the Divine Foresight for nothing, General.
You flatter me. Fortunately, I did my research, or this conversation would have been quite dry.
Seeing that you sense something is amiss, are you looking to defend me and clear my name of suspicion?
That is beyond my control. Attempting to undermine the Alliance is a grave crime. According to protocol, you are to be held on the Xianzhou Shuling for a joint trial before the Ten Lords Commission and the 7 Arbiter Generals. However, at present, you have the opportunity to enjoy the beautiful scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape. It will be the last view of the Law Fu you ever lay eyes on.
She told me that the High Cloud Quintet once gathered and feasted here, hundreds of years. The unparalleled sword techniques of your master, the mesmerizing cloud hymn magic of Imbibitor Lunae Dan Feng, the artful piloting skills of Bai Heng, the divine weapons crafted by the Ju-Ming artisan Ying Xing, and the unmatched stratagem of the General. The 5 of you vanquished evil from the world, creating legendary tales in your wake. Unfortunately, you removed me from the shackling prison and decided to interrogate me here. But not for security purposes. You wish to discuss the one person you've avoided mentioning up to now. Your master, Jing Liu.
We can head out now. I would like to visit a few places from my memory.
Have you mistaken yourself for a tourist?
I would make a wonderful tourist. Lower your guard, young man. I have already surrendered myself to the Alliance, and I will keep my word. Besides, your Imbibitor Lunae, you must accompany me. I won't take no for an answer, regardless of whether you're still interested in your previous life. Accepting my letter means that you've accepted.
Lead the way.
Where should we start? Should we go to Stargazer Navalia first? Or to the artisan ship? So many memories are swirling inside my head. I can't get a grasp on any of them. When the people of the Cienjo live to be more than 1,000 years old, each day is like carrying the weight of a mountain through an interminable maze.
How hard is it to choose a destination?
The young are the antidote.
If it's star skiffs you want, I hung.
Let the noble High Elder drown the
Imbibiter Lunae, if memories are returning. But you've learned how to lie. Well, that's all.
Huh?
Yes, the sending off of a star skiff. It represents the voyage of the deceased into the stars. Due to circumstances beyond my control, I never had the chance to bid farewell to her. As for procuring a star skiff, I know they can be manufactured here, but I know nothing of the
I see. I don't know anything about manufacturing star skiffs either. But getting these machines to work shouldn't be too hard. Careful. There's still Stellaron spirits lurking around.
Stay in step. Dreams do come true. Stand down and I'll spare you.
Time for the main event.
Turn up the volume.
Combat is a series of precise machinations. You won't get away!
Tedious.
Careful. There's still Stellaron spirits lurking around.
No need to worry about the two of us. The moon shines on the truth.
Let's improvise. An endless lifespan is just a bitter wait for insanity.
Time for the main event.
Let's rock!
You won't get away!
Don't miss the best timing for an attack. Let's improvise.
Stand down and I'll spare you. Fleeting light, roaring flood. A blade of moonlight.
We've arrived. I'll just enter the command.
You like to...
Hey!
That's right.
It was actually really... I remember thinking...
Indeed. Very few. She also... However, when it... Luck is a...
Ha! That'll do it. The Starskiff assembly line has been activated. The Starskiff will take shape and enter the skyport. Let's go wait for it there. It won't be long.
Thank you, young man.
Starskiff is complete.
After being...
So...
In the end... In Bibiter Lunae, do you still remember?
Did Dan Feng fight alongside you?
Yes, the High Elder was but by let me. She charged ahead for the You couldn't. There is no. Hung, I've brought your flagon. This was a gift handmade by him, though he never got the chance to give it to you in person. I'm sorry it took so long for me to find it. Only by bringing it to you will my nightmares be calmed. I will fulfill. Let's go. The Artisanship Commission is next. Since the Arbor's resurrection, the land has been crawling with abominations. Even the Artisanship Commission's prized creation furnace is hanging on by a thread.
Christ.
Interesting.
What's that?
And yet,
the Lawfu's... You just want me to do all the work. You think I'm gonna grant endless requests for a criminal?
You go on ahead.
Why did you send him away?
It is of no importance. But you and I haven't had a decent contest in ages.
I don't plan...
Even after your rebirth, your moves and techniques haven't changed one bit.
When I move, it's like
you never forgot.
Time for the mate.
Turn up the volume.
Combat is a series of precise
You won't get away.
Try harder. Tedious.
pretty good.
Come on already. What's a...
Don't get anxious, Imbibitor Lunae. We have all the time in the world.
I taste malice in the air. The moon shines on the truth.
This spear still recognizes you as its master.
All will be revealed.
Imbibiter Lunae, do you know who crafted it for you?
Lunar flame.
It's been with me ever since my exile. I don't remember when I started wielding it.
Mortality means forever.
Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens. And I'm no exception.
Right on time. Let's improvise.
This song's just for you.
Keep up with my tempo! Come one, come all.
Secret of the Saints.
Nowhere to run!
Immortality.
You can continue to convince, but you cannot. Combat is. Those are the words of the one who, out of all of us. You still when he was but a child, he swore to take revenge on the abominations. When I at first, I unfortunately.
You didn't go easy just so I would get here first, did you?
Of course not. Your technique must have improved so much that I simply...
So...
Eavesdropping is a bad habit. Besides, when did I
Even the cryocapsules wouldn't be able to extend the life expectancy of a short life species for long. If he is still alive...
Yingxing is...
Of course he's still alive. But he might be better off dead. Some people are born with unparalleled foresight and exceptional intelligence, but make the most ill-advised choices at destiny's... As smart as he was, he made the foolish attempt to use the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to aid Imbibiter Lunae in resurrecting his deceased companion. His stupidity turned him into a monster, cursed with immortality. His soul was shattered and became the evil that he hated most. The irony.
For an old friend, you don't seem to have that much pity.
I gave him a second chance. Does that not count?
What did you do to him?
He should have been eternally jailed in the shackling prison for his crimes. But I gave him a different kind of free. I took the shell that once held his soul and passed my sword techniques on to him. I let him die 100 deaths to remind him of the karma of his previous life. Afterward, I heard he was reborn, and even gave himself... We've idled too long. Let's head to the Alchemy Commission.
As a follower of the Rainbow Arbiter, you have witnessed the catastrophe brought upon by the plague's author, General. Living beings turning into undying monsters. What do you think should be done to put an end to it?
The Alliance follows the Rainbow.
Under the auspices of the Rainbow. Take me, for example. My powers originate from the Abundance, yet my goals are aligned with the Alliance. It is natural for short-life species to yearn for immortality. That is expected of any intelligent life form. So, your master happened upon a revelation and returned from the Mara. She... I apologize, General. I'm afraid the next move will have to be made on the Shu Ling.
As I expected. Your surrender is just the next step in your scheme. You wish to avail yourself of the Ten Lords' decree to enter Shu Ling and stand before the 6 generals, even the Marshal. That is your true agenda. And the purpose of the contents of your coffin.
General, you said it yourself. This is beyond your control. It is the law of the Alliance.
Splendid, well done. This was a spectacular move.
You've changed, Jingyuan. The man I knew would never have admitted he was bested.
Order's already been restored to the Alchemy Commission. Why are we here?
I heard the healer lady is capable of curing all diseases. I'm here for the same reason anyone would be. Patience, young man. We're not far from the Scale Gorge waterscape. The mission.
Miss Violet?
Oh, I see!
My eyes are...
Who cares? You're here? Please wait. Danha. Your friend here has a very peculiar... Her pulse is extremely faint. Normally, this would mean that
She won't live much longer.
Let the healer make the professional. Your friend's situation is unique. She looks healthy, but her hands are cold as ice. It feels like there's a dark current running and pulsing between her core essay. I've never seen anything like it. With more research, I might be able to make a new entry in the medical records. Can you and your...
Today's her last day on the...
what a shame. Come with me. I'm sorry. Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were expelled, things... Tanhung, you might...
Are you in trouble, Dragon Lady? I'll come along as well.
No.
It's no bother. A little walk will do me good.
I can smell the herbs. It's a... Hey! Give me back my medicine box! That thing runs so fast! Don't let it get away! There's an even bigger monster protecting this one! When did so many creatures start visiting the Alchemy Commission?
Careful.
Allow me to eliminate these obstacles, Dragon Lady. Stand back. The chill.
Time to test our rapport. Let's improvise. The mood is set just right. Let the show begin!
So this is why your hands are so cold!
Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all! Keep up with my tempo!
Combat is a series of precise machinations. Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens. And I'm no exception.
Stand down and I'll spare you. Sword War!
This cold isn't something normal flesh can withstand!
Dreams do come true.
Turn up the volume!
Ready to lose yourself?
Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
Tedious. All will be revealed.
In lunar flame!
A blade of moonlight.
You won't get away!
Alright, let me make sure nothing's missed. Apologies again for the delay. This prescription won't cure you, but it will nourish your body and calm...
Very well. The fate of...
You're Mara-struck? I don't see the symptoms in you at all. What with the incident on the Law Fu, I've treated a number of Mara-stricken patients recently. They all presented with signs of incoherence, delirium. You don't seem to have any of that.
I made a deal that allowed me to retain what life I had left in me. I may be sane, but one thing is certain, and yet I still have many unfulfilled wishes.
I see. So you've learned to live with your illness. I can't help much with issues of the spirit, but the medical records do mention that calming the mind is a way to heal the body. If you're able to forget about the past, there might be a chance for you.
Really? How unfortunate. My hatred overshadows my other emotions. All I have left are the sword in my hand and my hatred of the past. Thank you for your advice, Dragon. By the way, among those you've treated...
Bandages? That's a vague description, you know. I'm not sure. We get injured patients from all over the Xianzhou for treatment.
The person I'm inquiring about is tall, with a serious expression. He also carries a crude...
He must have suffered some kind of sword wound. He had a strong scent of blood. Though, from the way he behaved, it must have been fairly minor. He didn't even take the medicine I prescribed.
He's probably looking for a different kind. Well then, it would seem that everything is in... Take this man away. This does not involve him.
Yanqing.
And so, everyone is present. I never thought that, if I remember correctly, the 5 of us made a promise here 7 centuries ago. How sad that Scale Gorge waterscape remains empty while the world continues to turn. Some of us have been reborn, while others were denied death. Some have become criminals, while others can no longer fulfill their promises. And in the end, our friendship is no more. Soon, I will be shackled and tried. This will be the last you see of me. This is why I sent out the invitations before departing. Of 5 people in Bybiter Lunay, Ying Sing, the accomplice, arrogant and oblivious, use the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to... As for Jing Liu, the sinner, she's... Now it is time we pay. Dan Heng, you can never escape the shadow up in Bybiter Lunay. He is your origin, and his sins will accompany you in your path forward. Blade, what a fitting name. In the remainder of your infinite life, you will experience only murder, and I will face the punishment of the Alliance and suffer an eternal punishment before paying an even worse price. That is the only way to keep the memory high cloud. A wineless Jing Yuan.
The laws of the... I reported everything to...
Jing Yuan, but in the end, no matter...
Then I shall see this gamble through.
Wait. Jingliu, before you leave, you still owe me my due.
I have tried. Besides inflicting more wounds on your body, there is nothing. The immortality that you possess is not something that can be dealt with so easily. I am sure Destiny's Slave already told you that the swords of mortals are incapable.
He did. But you still owe me the attempt.
I told you when I taught you the way of the sword. I am uninterested in drawing my blade against someone who does.
You will only draw against an opponent. Jingliu, allow me to repay you for your...
Savor the moment. I will deliver. We were here once, 700 years ago. Laughing, sparring, and thinking about the future. Their faces still linger before my eyes, like a bygone dream. I thought those joyful days would flow indefinitely before us, like a Cienjo lifetime. Yet, dreams will eventually fade like clouds from the sky.
A familiar feeling. Almost as if we've returned to my first sword lesson. You used the sword Insing crafted, and pierced, sliced, and impaled me time and time again. The swordplay used to slay our enemies of old is still engraved on this despicable shell. It's as if they're saying, Why? Why did you and Imbibitor Lune? I know that you have no interest in my answer. Which is why I asked the question as you... Why? Why is it that only the abominations can return time and time again? Why does someone like her have to be... In the end, you unleashed the final piercing blow. The miraculous thing is that in my... Like when we drank...
Imbibitor Lune.
Once, this...
The express I did, the memories. Maybe when I witness the fall of the abundance, you and Ying Sing will find.
She couldn't do it with her. We have no choice but to continue.
I will see it.
Elio's script still requires you to stay alive. I don't mind prolonging my vengeance.
Dan Heng, the General wants me to I understand. Goodbye.
All this must have seemed like a silly performance to someone newly reborn. But I am unable to prevent my old friends from taking sides against... Who you are is a question that only you can find the answer. Even if the Preceptor's interference... Yes.
I'm never taking a map. My AI components are short-circuiting.
It's still early. Where to now?
Checked off the list.